Before Irish voters went to the polls, there was a growing concern that groups from outside the country, including U.S. organizations, may have been trying to influence voters online. In Ireland, as in the United States, it is illegal for foreign entities to contribute to political campaigns, but it is not illegal for them to target Irish voters online. Craig Dwyer joins me via Skype from Dublin. He is the co-founder of the Transparent Referendum Initiative. It's a group monitoring online advertisements relating to the referendum. Craig, thanks so much for being with us. This was a heated debate in Ireland. Can you describe for our viewers what the last several months have been like as both sides held intense campaigns?
Yeah, so the Transparent Referendum Initiative was basically, we started it to demonstrate the complete lack of regulation on online advertising during the referendum campaign. And I think what we've seen over the course of the campaign is when it comes to social media, it has been a complete wild, wild west. You know, we've collected 1,300 individual Facebook ads from 280 different advertisers or Facebook pages. And prior to Facebook banning foreign ads, which they'd done a few weeks back, we were seeing examples of ads coming from countries outside of Ireland. And under our current electoral legislation, people based in those organisations, unless they're Irish citizens, they wouldn't have been able to donate to a campaign. But it said that there was nothing stopping them from spending any amounts of money on Facebook to target Irish voters, to potentially influence how they were going to vote. So even after the ban by Facebook, we're still seeing examples of pages where we have little or no information about who's behind them, who's paying for them, and so there's still potential for manipulation, I think, for voters during this campaign.
So you're saying despite these moves by Facebook and Google, there still are a lot of ads of suspect origin. Were they able to cut down on some of them?
Yeah, so, well, after the ban by Facebook for foreign ads, we haven't identified any new ads in our database coming from overtly from organisations based outside of Ireland. What we are continuing to see are those ads that we have no information about who is behind them. So they're untraceable and anonymous, and in some cases they're very much appealing to undecided voters and portraying themselves to be kind of independent and putting forward unbiased facts, when you can actually see from the content of the ad it's something else completely. So
there is a bias, even when it appears to be unbiased. You're saying that if you look a little closer, they actually are trying to sway the voter.
Yes, and it's I think that's where the potential for manipulation does exist, because it's very much going to target it to the undecided voters. And then even with Google, then obviously took a kind of a further step, and they banned all ads. But despite that ban, what we've seen still proliferation of ads on online platforms through other providers such as Adobe, their advertising platform. So still up until like today, people were still sending us screen grabs of ads that they were seeing on news sites, in their in-game apps that they're playing. So I think that what we're seeing is, even though there's being attempts from these tech companies to self-regulate, it hasn't worked.
So, Craig, were these foreign ads that you were finding, were they supporting one side more than another? And do you know largely where they were coming from?
So of the 1,300 ads that we have identified, that's based on 600 people who targets me, which is the tech that's helping us to identify these ads. So ours, it's only a snapshot. It's part of a much bigger picture. But based on the data that we did see, most of the ads from outside of Ireland were in favour of a no vote. And we were seeing examples from America, from Canada, and from the UK.
Okay, and just to clarify, a no vote would mean leaving the abortion regulation as is.
Yes, exactly, retaining of the 8th Amendment.
Okay, so are you calling then for a ban of political ads on social media sites altogether?
No, certainly not. We're definitely advocates of these platforms, and I think we should be able to use Facebook and Google and YouTube during political campaigns. But I think only when we have proper transparency and the proper information that voters need in order to have a free and fair election.
So, Craig, what changes then would you like to see done after this referendum? What did we learn?
I think what we have learned and what we were able to demonstrate is that it's a wild, wild west, and there's absolutely zero regulation, and I think that needs to change. And I think it'll be part of a wider package of reform. Our electoral legislation is from the 90s, so I think it needs to be updated to reflect modern day campaigning. One of the things that we also found out was that we do have certain regulatory bodies here that look at political campaigns, but no regulator looks at social media at all. So I think moving forward, we need either like a permanent electoral commission, or at least that one of our regulatory bodies is taking responsibility for this.
All right, Craig Dwyer in Dublin, thank you.